So here's the backstory to this vlog. I was in the middle of doing another vlog. I don't even know if it worked out. I'll have to go check my video manager before I shut down and rebooted, because I've been having like technical moment today, just dealing with all kinds of software and doing research and looking into mobile phones and their operating systems and what kind of nifty, stealthy things we're really not supposed to know about. Just like in Windows, we're really not supposed to know about it. These are OS files, or these are System 32 or whatever it might be. You know, you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to shut it off or tamper with it, because we don't want you to know. Just leave it alone. And then I thought, I'm going to do this whole meticulous video and show you how they're doing things, and that there's a shadowy policy. And I'm not talking about shadow copy client application. I'm talking about shadow government. And this ties in with CISPA and SOPA and all this kind of stuff that they're trying to do with internet or online web surveillance, and the assault on our civil rights, our privacy concerns. But I'm not going to do that video. I was going to do a whole like 25-minute video on technical matters, and only nerds would be able to follow it through. Nerds such as myself. But I think I'm going to cut to the chase, and I'm going to do something very practical. Like I said, I stopped doing anything about the Boston bombing sleuthing. I don't need to sleuth for that, and I don't need to froth about it. Lately, frothy is quite a term. The term of the day. Thank you very much. But do I look like Anderson Cooper to you? What I want to talk about is like a global common sense. And if you watch me long enough, I come from a tribe of people that sets itself apart, but yet within the context of what's going on. We're not isolated or turning away from the world. We're just getting ourselves to the highest position that we can spiritually with our awareness, so that we can help everybody. And that means everybody who's willing. You've got to make a choice. So here's the program. If you want to participate, it's very simple, but you need to make it clear. So sometimes that's not simple. You don't have to make a comment, because if you want to keep it private, that's alright. But if you'd like to make a comment because you want to help encourage people openly, like I am as the host of this, you can put a comment and be a co-host with me, and you can say you're sponsoring this program. We will call it a spiritual awakening program, and it's for a practical purpose.
Take his shoe off.
No, you're not going to take your shoes on and off 1,000,000 times a day. That's called neurosis. It's OCD. I saw that in a movie played by a famous actor. It was rather comical. Now, the practical result is going to start off very singular and in fact, like childlike. We just want to give our word to each other, and you say it in your mind, it's like an oath. It's not an oath to a nation, it's not an oath to me, per se. But it is strongly connected with me since I'm promoting this. I want you to make an oath to the program itself to reach a goal. Now, it's an interesting goal because there's no real way to prove it. So some people might be saying now, well, this is just hocus pocus and make believe. Well, then if you're not going to participate with an open and affirmative mind, then you might as well just move on to something else you want to do. This is only for people who want to do it. And that's what your oath is about. You're giving your word 100% that you want to do this. You want to try it. You want to feel what it's like. Now, I'm not trying to make myself into something that I'm not. I'm just saying that I'm doing this, and I'm inviting you to do it also. Now, what is it? Basically, we want to influence the world in a positive way. We can call it prayer, but we're not going to get all specific and nitpicky about prayer in context of a religion, because that doesn't matter. We're just going to ask for the highest and the best and the most pure energy. And that energy is basically spirit, because you can't see it. You just have to accept it on faith. So the prayer is going to call on this energy. Now, I hate to use a cliche from the Star Wars movie, but it's the good side of the Force. Use the Force, Luke. So this energy, we're going to bring through our being and use ourselves as a transference out into the world. We don't decide where it goes. We're not going to get into that. I'm not saying to pray for any certain thing, because that's more developed. We're just at the starting stages. Okay? Now, you don't need to be with me. Oh, thank you. That's an herb. Okay, thank you. I'll just take a little bite. Okay, you can have the rest. Thank you. Okay. Go back to the garden. Go back to the garden. Thanks for the fresh herbs. Thank you. Thank you. You're very lucky to eat that. I used to grow that stuff when I was a kid, a little bit older than they are. Now I'm growing it for them and teaching them. Sort of like the Victory Garden that they started during World War II. But we are in a war now. And we need to do things like this. So let me be clear here. Not everyone's following along here and giving their word to do this, because this is going to lead into other things that you're going to be able to experience. This should not interfere with any of your other practices or whatever you belong to in the world, your congregations, wherever you are physically. I'm not trying to separate myself or trying to block people from being where I am, because I've always been open, and I've met a lot of YouTubers, I've met a lot of friends that will, after the fact, watch me on YouTube, and you can come meet with me. We can do that, but that requires a lot of effort. that requires, you know, spending gas or walking really far or riding a bike really far. So right now I'm just saying that's not required. We don't need that as a stumbling block. We don't need that as a limitation to stop us. We're actually just saying we can do it anywhere we are. You can be on the actual other side of the planet. It makes no difference. You can do this. And I'm calling on people even telepathically to join in with this. So if they do it somehow by some supernatural ESP force, a higher sense, a sixth sense, or whatever you want to call it, then that's more power to us. So the power we're bringing together right now is a collective power, and I want you to do this so that whatever happens in the world that you see in the video, or that happens to you in your neighborhood or at your workplace or in your personal affairs or your home. No thanks, I don't want any more, but thanks for the offer again. Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna have it. Go feed it. Go feed it to the bunny. Go ahead. Go ahead. So let me end this now and just say this is very simple. You want to give your word. There's just something we're going to be doing continuously until you watch the next video. Thanks for helping out, and we're going to do something collective now in this program.